Can anybody hear me? Hello, can anybody hear? Hello. Hey guys, I'm in Out Productions. About to have an audio. You may realize I have earplugs. I'm trying to do it with earplugs now. Now today we're going to be talking about top 5 how I would adapt Tokus I would like to see from Toku Nation. Now, of course, he said, "Oh, I'm tired of M&L Productions reaction videos." Now, hopefully, this will be the last video about him. I will not likely do this ever again, unless if I really need to. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about the top 5 how I would adapt Tokus I would like to see. Now, okay, what made me make this video is because, you see, he hasn't done, ever since I started the videos that can make to Sabe's channel, you see, he hasn't been like, he said, my channel really needs saving. Good. Well, you see, I really hope, he does how I would adapt Toku, there are some Toku shows he hasn't done for that. He's planning on it. Now, Kira Major is not going to be on this list, mainly because, you see, Kira Major is fairly new. Well, he can take his time on how he would adapt Kira Major. It's very new. Geo is an anniversary, and it has connections to past writers that were never adapted, except for Yuki. Anyway, let's just jump into it. Actually, let's just jump into it. So number 5, number 5 for how I would adapt Toku I would like to see is Zyuohger. Now, we all want to see a Zyuohger how I would adapt Toku. Now, I want to see how I would adapt Zyuohger, mainly because he's pretty much done all the post-Jetman Sentais, except Die Ranger, for how I would adapt Toku, except Zyuohger. I'm surprised. Lupat, I could understand because it has 2 teams, it could be hard to adapt. He even told me that that's basically impossible to adapt. Now, I'm really hoping we get a Zyuohger adaptation. I want to see how he would adapt Zyuohger. Spoilers, he said he wants to call it Beast Instincts. He told me that on Twitter. Yeah, so guys, I would really like to see how I would adapt Zyuohger, because, I want to see how I would adapt Zyuohger, mainly because, how would I adapt Zyuohger? He should do this, he said it's come out soon, but he said all of his energy is in Toku EI, but he has to do other stuff too. And that's why he even said, people, I want to see guest host Toku EI. That's related to Toku EI. He was interested in that. I kind of liked, it was probably the best reaction video to him so far. Now, if he reacts to this, he probably will. Yeah, I'm really hoping he will, but anyway. I really want to see how he would adapt Zyuohger, mainly because it's the only Sentai post Die Ranger that wasn't adapted he hasn't done yet. Go Busters, he was going to plan to do it, I think. I'm pretty sure he was going to plan to do it, but then ever since Beast Morphers was announced, he just scrapped it. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so number 4 on this list is Kamen Rider Drive. Now, every Kamen Rider series, from Gaim to the present, all of them, he's done a how I would adapt on pretty much all of them except Drive. Now, I'm really hoping he does with Drive. He didn't tell me how he would call it, but I'm really hoping he does in how I would adapt Drive. It's an interesting dynamic. I love the aesthetics of Drive. I wonder what he would call the gimmicks and the riders, and yeah, it'd just be really cool to see how I would adapt Drive. Mainly, he would adapt Kamen Rider Drive, although its superhero time counterpart for Super Sentai Ninja was adapted, so he may not do that. He did Forze, which aired alongside Go Busters, and Go Busters is adapted. So if he could do a how I would adapt Kamen Rider Forze, why can't he do a how I would adapt Kamen Rider Drive? Maybe he could do it. I don't know. It's possible. Now, number 3 on this list is drumroll, Lupin Ranger Repot Ranger. Now, he said it's impossible to adapt. Really? I don't think it is impossible to adapt. Now, I really want to see in how I would adapt Lupat, because it'd be really interesting, because Lupat is a really unique Sentai, especially because it's the first Sentai to have 2 teams. I'm not just talking about, the Psycho Ray, they have an arc dedicated to the Rangers fighting each other, like Psycho Rangers and the Space Rangers. No, I'm talking about an entire series where that happens. Now, I really want to see, mainly because of the 2 teams aesthetic, I really want to see how Toku Nation would adapt that. Now, number 2 on this list is Kamen Rider G.O. I'm joking, of course. It's actually, not, actually, no, not Geo. It's actually Kamen Rider Wizard. Now, pretty much Wizard aired alongside Dino Charge, and he did how would adapt Forza, and Forza aired alongside Beast Morphers, Go Busters, which got adapted into Beast Morphers, so if he could do how would adapt Forza, maybe he can do how to adapt Driver in the Wizard. Now, Wizard has a really aesthetic, because it shares several tropes to previous Sentai, especially, like, they have the forms, the main rider is red, and their other forms are blue and green, etc. And, yeah, because this has happened before with Kuga and Kiva, so I really want to see how it would adapt Kamen Rider Wizard, especially have the rings. I mean, the ring aesthetic is really cool about Wizard. I really want to see how he would adapt that. Yeah, what would you call it, Toku Nation? What would you call it? Now, the number one how I would adapt Toku I would like to see the most is... Okay, first I'm going to do an honorable mention. Honorable mention, Kamen Rider Geo. Now, he did say it's an anniversary rider, and he's never going to do an anniversary Toku shows. I mean, he might do one for Zyuohger. He said there's talk about it, but like anything that has like, for example, like because he said that the previous writers before Geo were not adapted except Black RX and Ryuki, so it's basically impossible for Geo to be adapted. Okay, but seriously though, the number one thing that I would like to see is Kamen Rider Amazons. Yes, I'm not joking. Now I really want to see how I would adapt Kamen Rider Amazons because you see, it's an unofficial Toku show, unofficial Kamen Rider season, just like Akiba Ranger was an unofficial Sentai season. He did say how he would adapt Akiba Ranger, or it was called What If Akiba Ranger Got Adapted into a Power Ranger parody. Technically, it was a how I would adapt Akiba Ranger. Now, I really want to see how it would adapt Kamen Rider Amazons because it's an unofficial season. It would be really like, perhaps this can be like a show like a show aimed towards adults. And, like a CW show? A CW Toku show? Yeah. So, I really want to see this, how I would adapt, Kamen Rider Amazons, because if he could do it for Akiba Ranger, why can't he do it for Amazons? I mean, I really want to see Amazons the most, how he would adapt it. And that's for today's video. I know Toku Nation will probably react to this. Yes, Toku Nation. I know you're reacting to this. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And of course, as always, until next video, goodbye. Hopefully, Toku Nation will do this.